Crystal. I'm at the Vista Crunch GX room. We just finished a fabulous 4th of July, I'm wearing my red, white, and blue party. So we're going to go over the new audio system. And main thing you need to know about is we need to have everything turned down before you turn anything up. So these 4 knobs are the volume knobs, and you can see they're all the way down. This is the master, and it's all the way down. We want that before we turn the power on. So here's the power. We're gonna go ahead and turn that on. See the light come on? Good. So we're gonna go over the Bluetooth first. I'm using an iPhone. So I'm going to my Bluetooth, and you can see I don't have it in here right now. This is the Bluetooth little button. So you wanna push this here, and it's gonna start, you just saw it blink, it's gonna start pairing. So now we're gonna watch for it. You see it's kind of blinking. You're gonna look down here on other devices. This isn't it, it should say Eskin. There we go, so it's right there. So we're gonna click on that and wait for it to connect, and boom, now it's up here saying connected. Good, so next thing we wanna do, make sure that your volume on your phone is down low. So I'm gonna check my volume. You want it at least like a third or lower. Then we can start using the Bluetooth, bringing some volume up on the master. Start listening for it. You can bring a little bit up on your phone. Can you hear it? Okay. Now the equalizers, we've got them just on the center. If you really want to be playing around, you can do that, but just make sure when you're done, everything goes back to center. So we're good with Bluetooth. Other thing that we wanted to check on, let me put this down while we got our music going. And you can tell, even though it says 50%, on Bluetooth, it's way down, even though we have a lot of sound there. So we need to be really careful with these speakers. Okay, so microphone, we want to put a battery in first. Whenever you're done with the microphone, take the battery out. We don't want to burn out our batteries. So when you put the battery in, whoop, watch for the little light to blink. So let me do that again. Watch right here. Okay, if it flashes, you know you got a good battery. If there's no flash, it's a dead battery, and throw it away. Don't just throw it up here. You got 100 million of them up here. Throw them away if it's not working. Okay, so we put the battery in the unit first. Then we're gonna come over here and turn on the receiver. So do this second. Then we're gonna, now we see that this is already down, so we're gonna do our test, so you can hear it. There's volume here, there's also a volume button up here, so you can use the 2 of them to figure out what works for you.
Is there gonna be another class?
So that is it on those 2 things. The auxiliary is the only other thing. If you have any problems with the Bluetooth, it cut out on me in the middle of my class on Tuesday, so if something happens and you need to use auxiliary, here is the cord for auxiliary, and it's basically just plug it in and go. So if you've got, you know, your connection, you just plug it right in. If you've got an iPhone 7, make sure you've got your little connector. Always keep the connector with you in case you need to use it. And that's it. Then you just use the auxiliary volume. And that's really it. It's pretty simple. Just remember, when you're all done though, we're gonna turn all the volumes down. Turn everything down when you're done. So make sure everything's set before you turn everything off. One last thing, the old unit up here, you don't even need to use it, just keep it off. We're not even using this upper unit. And when you turn the microphone off, reverse order. So remember, we did this one first and that to go on. To turn it off, turn this off first, and then take the battery out, and you're done. You never need to turn the power off on the unit, just keep the power on. It's just taking the battery out. So, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody.